Hey, thank you for coming to another Galthim Repair. Today we're going to be looking at these Super Nintendos, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so this one is my Super Nintendo. I've had it for a long time. You can tell the yellowing is going on here. This one has less yellowing, but it's broken here. Yeah, these parts just don't yellow for some reason. Different plastic, maybe? I don't know. It has the logo, so that's cool. These pieces right here, I mean, they both work, so that's good. The thing is, the one on the left, which is the one I've had for a very long time, it has a broken piece here. Let me just go ahead and switch the camera over so you can kind of get a look in there. I don't think this one's gonna work. Okay, so kind of get a glimpse in there. That middle post is broken, and so yeah, it's there's not really a good way to repair that. You have to really rip it off the board, redo everything. But hey, you know what? I've got this wonderful one that has that piece in there, and that's great. But this one has a problem. There it is. The problem is it has a big giant hole in it. So I'm probably going to end up combining these two. This one came out of a yard sale. I came with a couple of games for N64 and kind of stuff, and I paid $15 for the box. And it was pretty good. You had Mario 64 and a couple other games. But anyway, I'm definitely going to work with these and see what I can do. Okay, no. Hit the camera, so I gotta adjust here, but alright. So what we got going on is I'm just gonna take this one apart. I'm gonna take that one apart, and I'm gonna try to see what I can do to swap. Like, this top needs to go on this one. And so I'm gonna take this one apart first, probably. And yeah, so we're just gonna swap some parts around and get one good working Super Nintendo out of this. Alright, yep, here it goes. Alright, so I'm just gonna fast forward through unscrewing this one Super Nintendo. It's a little bit of a tedious task, taking all 6 of those out, putting it in my little tray, all of the screws and stuff. I'm just gonna go through it here, and I'm gonna try to take it apart here. This is a little slower, because I want to, show the discovery in case nobody's seen the inside of one of these things. There it is. It's a very simple mechanism. There's a very simple controller spot here, and then the eject button is right there. And the bottom here, or the top of this, seems to be yellowed even on the inside, so you can tell it's not that best quality plastic. This is definitely a first gen that likes to yellow a little bit. So, but hey, you know what? Gotta love it. So anyway, there's a few screws on this board here that I still need to take apart, and I'm going to get to that here in just a moment. So yeah, we're going to messing with stuff here. So here's the take that out by just moving it around. I can just pick it up, really, because there's a spring right there in the middle that just comes right off. But yeah, we're just going to jump past this here just a little bit. So I just wanted to give you a shot of the actual board. I'm just taking the final screw or two off here, and I'm just lifting the board straight out. And yeah, so this, very unremarkable on the bottom. It has that one expansion port, that's about it. And it has these couple of screws holding that thing on, and I was trying to actually take that whole piece off at this point. But unfortunately, it doesn't work out that way. So we're going to go ahead and jump cut to the second Super Nintendo here, and I definitely show you what I ended up doing with these two. So because we decided to go ahead and use this Super Nintendo, I wanted to go ahead and test it here at the bench while I was here. So I do have the AV cords here. I'm going to plug it in, and we should have everything going perfect here. I do have the, this is a simple little AV converter. It's Diamond brand. And then we're just going to try getting it all plugged in here. And I'm going to try to get the screen going here on the OBS Studio, and then we could give you a little bit of a preview here. Just adding the power now, and we will see what happens with it. And so I have a game. I mean, the light came on. That's encouraging. So I have a game here that's dirty as all heck. I'm gonna test it out here. See if I can get the OBS Studio to show it up and get everything correctly here. It'll take me a second here. Let me just jump cut past this. Alright, so I went ahead and jumped past it. Here is the screen, and so we're going to give it a little test here. See what happens. And black screen. Okay, so maybe move it around a little bit. Oh, that just gives me a blue screen. Let's just turn it off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little different. I'm looking inside it just to see. You know, I refrain from blowing in it. I refrain from blowing it, but I'm just going to slide it back and forth a few times and maybe see if I can rub some of that crap off the pins. And Mario Paint. Alright, that's beautiful. It's working. Everything's great. I don't have the audio going on right now, but that's okay. It does work, and I'm really extremely happy about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top cover off of this one, and I am going to put the other cover back on it. Even though it's more yellow and it's more complete, it's not falling apart, so it'll be a little better off here. So yeah, we're definitely going to take this one apart and make one good working machine here. Alright, so I took the top off here, and if you'll notice, some of these posts are still hanging out here. And it's because the top was so brittle that it just broke on those corners. It didn't even allow me to unscrew it. It just came right apart. It popped real loud, broke, and that was it. So I gotta find a way to get those off of those screws. I think I found a way. I'm gonna use my pliers and brute force it, basically, because there's no other way to do it. So here we go. I'm just gonna grab it and unscrew it. It, you know, I hate to do this with such old stuff, but I mean, it's already broken, and I just need to throw that top away, and man, it's really horrible. But I might take that piece off that has the badge on it and save it for a later project as well, because I feel like this board, there could be a board that is redeemable in the other system, and you know, use it with this parts of this one and a little bit of 3D printing, and voila, we have a great system. Thinking about portable system, but I gotta draw up the designs here. Haven't gotten to that point yet. Anyway, trying to get these little standoffs off of this, and we will get there as soon as we can. I wanted to go ahead and take a moment to take a look at this box in my hand here. This is actually the sound card for the Super Nintendo. It's made by Mitsumi Electronics, and unfortunately, the one in my original Super Nintendo is a lot better condition than the one that was the barn find, so I'm going to have to switch those out. And hopefully that makes it work still. I know that later video game systems had weird things about swapping, but I don't think there's any kind of protections like that in the Super Nintendo nowadays. So it shouldn't be a problem. Go ahead and put that back in there, and we will see how this works out. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit. This is going to be the one I actually use, so I kind of want to have a little bit of dust free in here. I'm definitely going to try to get the gunk off of the eject button. I'm going to wipe everything down here just to make sure that, you know, everything's clean. Yeah, so, I mean, while I'm doing this, I could probably fast forward through this part, and we can get to the part where I put everything back together, and we can take another look at it. So here we're just going to clean up just a little bit more on it here, just to get the final touches here. I'm not going to make it super clean because it's just going to be my personal use, you know. But I did want it to be a little bit cleaned up. I'll probably detail clean it later, but right now I just want to put it together. So making sure the power button's down, and then just take a look at here and put it back together right. So just goes on real easy, nice and tight. Button works, everything's good. Yeah, so look at that crud. Okay, there's a little more cleanup to be done here. I don't know what that crud is, but it's there and it's icky. I wish I would have known before. I could have taken this apart, but you know, I didn't take the screws out, so I could just. I'm already in. I'm already in. This is something I'm doing. So anyway, that was. I mean, look at that, like old soda or something. I hope it's not the other thing I thought it was. Wow, Super Nintendo seen a lot of action. Yeah. But anyway, one more little pass in here. Oh yeah, ew. Just do. Just do. Yeah, this is very not cool. Anyway, this is where it's at. This is dirty as heck, and there you go. Go ahead and put the screws in it here real quick, and then we can move on to the next thing. It looks pretty clean here to me, so I'm just going to get it flipped over, and I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through that so that we can get to the testing part, and I think we'll be pretty much done at that point. And here we go. Just get it flipped over here again. Take a look at this shiny, almost new, yellow Super Nintendo here. And yeah, so I think our next step is to go ahead and get another little test and see what's going on here. Make sure it works 100% with that new sound card and everything. So, you know, the game fits right in. Everything's fine there. Let's get the cords together. And let's get to starting the test here, huh? All right, so screen on, everything's together, pressing power, and okay, what's going on? Why isn't it giving me anything? What's going on? I don't know. Maybe I have to do this again. This is a very dirty cartridge. Oh, that's promising. There it is, Mario Paint. Alright, again, I don't have the audio on it, but that's okay. Going and running around, it looks like. Hey, I am extremely happy with this. Looks good. I think I'm gonna be happy. So, yeah, the only thing I need to do now is clean that Mario Paint game, because, man, that's awful. Hopefully it's still glossy underneath, but, yeah, this is great. So, Mario Paint's running. Mario Paint's doing its thing. I didn't plug in the mouse to do anything, so it's just going to play the demo. But yeah, looking good so far. Alright, if you guys liked it, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. If you think some of your friends and family might like it, go ahead and share this with them, and definitely comment at the bottom about how you think I did. I don't have that right to ask, but I'm doing it anyway because that's the only way for this channel to grow, and I do want that. So, you know, stay up, stay safe, and game on.